Hello everyone! This short video aims to introduce the second Quality Matters standard. The second Quality Matters standard focuses on learning objectives, which construct in a way the DNA or the foundation of the course, because the subsequent elements are built upon the stated learning objectives. What are learning objectives? Learning objectives, also called learning outcomes or competencies, describe what learners will be able to do upon successful completion of the course. Carefully written learning objectives are extremely important because they motivate students. They lead to developing meaningful activities and purposeful assessments that are aligned to the overall goals of the course, and they provide evidence that the objectives are met. There are 5 essential elements in the second standard. 2.1 states that the course learning objectives should describe measurable outcomes. Measurable learning objectives, as stated moments ago, describe what students will learn and be able to do upon successful completion of the course. How will the instructor know that the students meet the expectations? A measurable objective is observable, includes an action verb, and describes a mastery level. The Bloom's taxonomy can be a useful resource in developing measurable learning objectives. Here's an example from the Quality Matters rubric. Upon completion of the course, learners will be able to demonstrate the correct use of personal protective equipment. 2.2 says that the module or unit learning objectives describe outcomes that are measurable and consistent with the course level objectives. Course objectives are broken down into learning objectives at the module and unit level, which are more specific than the course objectives and describe specific skills, knowledge, or competencies that will be mastered during the module or unit, but overall, they all contribute to the achievement of the course objectives. Alignment is an essential concept that Quality Matters emphasizes. In a sense, alignment means that the learning objectives, activities, materials, technologies, and assessments match up. Instructors teach what is in the learning objectives, students learn what instructors set out, and instructors accurately assess what students are learning. In addition, learning activities, materials, and technology should also be utilized to support the achievement of the learning objectives. Hence, all components effectively and purposefully work together to reach the desired outcomes. 2.3 states that all learning objectives and competencies are stated clearly and written from the learner's perspective. Learning objectives should be easily understandable even for non-native speakers and written without unnecessary complex language or jargon, so that students can understand what learning outcomes are expected of them. Learning objectives should be explained to students not only in the course introduction or syllabus, but in each module or unit too. 2.4 states that the relationship between learning objectives or competencies and course activities is clearly stated. Instead of just listing the learning objectives in the syllabus, the instructor can use a numbering system to show how course activities and assignments correspond to the learning objectives. Instructors then can list and explain in a narrative form the learning objectives in the assignment description. 2.5 says that the learning objectives or competencies are suited to the level of the course. This means that the expected learning outcomes are appropriate for the type and the level of the course. For example, a lower level course may include lower level learning objectives containing action verbs such as list, explain, or classify, which may align with assessments that require students to partake in a discussion or simulation, create a concept map or poster, or take a multiple choice true-false test. Upper level courses may expect students to analyze, create, or evaluate ideas, concepts, or materials, for which the aligned assessments may ask students to present a business plan, write a research paper, create a portfolio, or complete a case study. Lastly, let's review the key points of the second Quality Matters standard. Course learning objectives should describe measurable outcomes. Module unit learning objectives should be measurable and consistent with the course level objectives. All learning objectives should be stated clearly and written from the learner's perspective. The relationship between learning objectives and course activities needs to be clearly stated. And finally, the learning objectives should be suited to the level of the course. I hope you have found value in this short video, and you will join me for the next standard too.